So welcome to our virtual class in the subject Computing Fundamentals. So for this week, we will be having our week 7 topic, which is application software presentation program. So at the end of the discussion, you students will be able to create a presentation, format slides. You can also do formatting text, resizing objects and frames. You can also put colors, adding a background and shading. You can do outlining, annotation, animation, and of course, add sound and video in your presentation. Okay, so what is a presentation program? So presentation program, it provides a powerful design tools that make it easy to anyone to outline, create, edit, arrange, and display complex slides presentation. So we use presentation for our presentation software for our reports to make our presentation readable or presentable. Then functions such as drag and drop, cut, copy, and paste that are used in presentation programs are also found in most desktop applications. So same lang yung ginagamit natin na mga tools with the MS Word application, with the MS Excel. So if we can drag and drop, we can cut and copy paste in the MS Word, in MS Excel. So pwede rin natin gawin yan through presentation. So presentation programs are familiar and comfortable to use your favorite word processor. So presentation programs are used to produce slides, a single screen images that contain a combination of text, numbers, and graphics such as charts, clip arts, and graphics. So often on a colorful background. So syempre pag gagawa ka ng presentation, wag naman ng white background. So para ka lang gumamit kasi ng MS Word or application software. Or I mean a word processing software kapag white background lang siya. So you should put colors to your presentation. So slides can be simple or sophisticated. Ayan. Wag naman over-decorated na presentation. Baka mamaya sobrang dami na ng colors na nilagay. So hindi na mabasa yung content ng yung presentation. So presentation software is an important tool for anyone who must present information to a group, sales and marketing professionals, for example, maintain several stock presentations that they can customize for different clients or products. So gumagaya sila ng different or templates presentation for their clients and of course for their products. So even in academy, we instructors, we use our presentation for our lessons. Kasi mas magandang, mas makakatch mo yung attention ng students mo if you have a good presentation, presentation or PowerPoint presentation. So the typical presentation programs displays a slide in a large document window and provide a wide range of tools for designing and editing slides. So we have parang mayroong malaking papel doon na doon mo ilalagay yung content ng yung presentation. So presentation programs provide many of the features found in word processor for working with text. So we have the bold, we have the italics, we have also the colors, putting colors. Or in spreadsheets, we can put the charts, just like in here. So paint programs for creating and editing simple graphics. You can also add elements to the slide simply by typing or making menu or toolbar choices and dragging. So as you work on the slide, you see exactly how it will look when it's shown to an audience. So just like what we are using, that is our our presentations or my presentation. So a presentation program can contain a single slides or hundreds. So most presentation programs let you save a set of slides as a group in one file so that you can open the related slides and work with them together. So minsan kasi pag sobrang dami, dami yung laman niya, may objects, may pictures, hindi kayang i-load ng hindi rin nahihirapan din i-load ng computer lalo na yung mga old versions. Then a windowed presentation programs includes a menu bar or more toolbars for managing files, drawing and doing other tasks. So a ruler, it has also a slide viewing or navigation buttons that let you move from one slide to another, or status bar and other tools. So kapag gumamit ka kasi ng presentation, just like what you see now, so wala kayong nakikitang tools. But it's still a part of presentation because I am playing the presentation. And then, kapag naka-close ito, makikita mo dun sa part na yun where you can edit the content of your presentation. It has a tools, it has a slides on the left. Pwede kang mag-delete ng slides. So that is a windowed presentation program. So here is the interface of the presentation program. So as you can see, it has also a menu bar. Then a toolbar. So just like in the word processing and spreadsheet, it has also slides. So slides will be located here. Then a status bar. It indicates the number of slides. And then this zoom slider. So zoom in and zoom out. And then, ayan, we have the ruler. And of course, the document area. Ayan. So that is the interface of the presentation program. So how do we create a presentation? So we can create a presentation by using a blank presentation or using a template. So creating a presentation is simple, but just the type of slide you want to create. And then start adding the content. So pag blank yun, pwede ka kasing maglagay ng background na gusto mo or pwede kang mong i-customize. Kaya lang kasi pag i-customize mo, medyo mahihirapan kang mag-isip ng design. But if you have, if that presentation is for the company, then of course they need to include their own background or their own template and even their own logos or logo. So a complete presentation usually includes multiple slides arranged in a logical order. So to create a slide, we just need to double click the PowerPoint presentation at your home screen on the desktop, just like this one. Then you may choose from 3 options. 1, okay, so from 3 option 1, create new, then also open a recent presentation file if that is existing, or open a file from your desired location. So we need to locate where's the file located. Then you may also choose from available templates which one you would like to use. So yan yung mga options when you open a slide. So click cancel if you wanted to cancel or create. Or you may also double click the new presentation program to open a new file. Then you can create slides from scratch, that is using a blank slide. So, but it is easier and faster to work with one of the presentation programs with many templates. So like a template in a word processor, a presentation template is a pre-designed document that already has coordinating fonts, a layout, and a background. So para hindi ka na mahirapan, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, gumamit ka na lang ng template. Kung ayaw mo naman yung template yan, marami naman tayong sources from the web, mag-download ka na lang, then yun na lang yung gamitin mo. So after you select a slide, slide type, the blank slide appears in the document. window, ready for you to add text, the charts, or graphics. So the program provides special text boxes and frames. So special resizable boxes for text and graphical elements. So pwede nating i-resize yung size ng box or yung text box and even the graphic elements. So to contain the specific types of content. Okay, so let's proceed with the formatting slides. So formatting slides or the formatting text. So formatting text in a presentation programs is just like a formatting in word processor. So text in a slide is usually in the form of tiles. So ito yon, tingnan nyo, mas malaki nga lang yung sa presentation compare with the MS Word or a word processing software. So in the form of tags, headings, and lists. So although a text box can hold multiple paragraphs, the paragraphs themselves are usually quite short. So dapat kasi kapag presentation, ito talaga yung parang pinaka-purpose naman ng presentation. Siyempre pag mag-present ka, do not put the complete paragraph. You should outline it. Yun naman yung pinaka-objective kasi or pinaka-gamit ng ating presentation. You have to use outline. So most often, these paragraphs are formatted as bullets. So gumamit ka ng bulleted or list. So when you add a chart or graphic to a slide, you may need to resize the chart or graphic to allow a better spacing. So you can drag this one just like these boxes. You can pull it or resize it. You can resize through the boxes here. So sometimes it is necessary to resize text boxes too of you to type more or less than the box can hold by default. So kung hindi niya kayang i-display yung laman ng text box, so you can adjust the size. So resizing is easy using frames that surround most of the elements in a slide. So madali lang naman yung resizing. We can also do resizing of text through the formatting toolbar. We can resize it by the font size. And then aside from that, we can also put colors. So add colors. So adding colors will enable you to create a wide range of moods for your presentation. So therefore, it is important to choose colors carefully. So dapat magmamatch siya. So if you are using a light color text, you should use a dark color background. So they should complement to each other. You should also make sure that the slide colors complement one another and that they do not make text difficult to read. So wag kayong gagamit ng dark color na background and then dark color na text. So ang hirap-hirap basahin yun sa part ng audience. Then we can also add a background or shading. So you can add that to a plain presentation by giving it a shaded background or by placing borders around a certain element. So borders separate different elements and help hold the viewer's attention or individual parts of the slides. Then shaded background provide a depth and can make static information appear dynamic. So a gradient fill changes colors or as it moves from one part of the slides to another. Pero kapag gagamit ka naman ng template, okay na para uniform for uniformity of the part of the slide. So it would be better if you use template. Ito, pwede siguro yung adding background and shading. You can apply that one through objects. So just like this one, we have an object here. So pwede mong i-apply yung colors na yan. So this effect can almost make the slide appear as if it is in motion. So there are some special features found in presentation programs. It includes the following. Outlining. So like any document with more than one part, so a good presentation should be outlined. So organized so information flows logically. So outlining tools enable you to organize your slides content as you create them by rearranging and viewing them in order. So gagamit kayo ng bulleted list kasi nga yun yung parang isa-simplify or isa-summarize nga yung content ng paragraph if you're using a presentation to make it more presentable to your audience. Then we can also have annotation. So annotation is speaker often prepare a set of notes called annotation to accompany their slides. So using a presentation program, so you can prepare notes for each slide as you create your presentation. Ito kasi yung parang guide mo when you are presenting. Ito yung note na hindi nakikita ng audience but you can see in your presentation when it is connected to a projector. So you can set up notes so that so they are visible only to you, or you can print them with or without the actual slide. Ayan. So that is annotation. Parang ito yung notes mo na nakalagay sa index card sana. Pero instead of using index card, you use the notes in the presentation. Then, another special feature is the animation. In animation, you can use animation tools that make them text pop up or scroll onto the screen, or to make your slides build themselves by adding individual pieces of text that appear as you introduce them to the audience. So you also can create animated transition. So we can put a transition to the slides. We can also put animation to the text or to the object. So a special effect that causes slides to blend together when you switch from one slide to the next. So popular transition include the fade, where the first slide fades out and the next slowly appears. And we have also the blind, where the first slide seems to disappear behind by a closing Venetian blind. And the next slide appears as the blinds reopen. So that is a sample of animation. Then we can also add sound and video kasi pwede natin ilagay yung mismong video doon sa loob ng presentation and then you can just play it. So slide presentation can be full-fledged multimedia event. So you can embed a sound or video object into a slide, then play the object by double-clicking its icon during a presentation. So all the multimedia objects can be played directly from the computer. So if you have the appropriate sound and video display hardware. Ayan. So pwede tayong mag-add ng ating sound and video. So for example, gagawa sana kayo ng parang video okay using a PowerPoint. And so i-match nyo yung flow ng music doon using an animation doon sa content sa text. Pero hindi ko na ipapagawa sa inyo yun kasi medyo mahirap. Okay, then other embedded objects. You can embed different types of objects such as links to a web page or other applications in a slide in a presentation. So when you click a link to a web page, the web page opens a browser window. So if you click the link to other application, the other application launches. So that is the special feature of the presentation program. Okay, so this is the last part of our presentation. Thank you for listening. Okay, so let's proceed with presenting slides. So your audience can view slides in several ways. We can view slides through the PC screen. So if you are presenting slides to a few people, your PC monitor might be adequate for an informal slideshow. So you can use the monitor to present your presentation for a few number of audience. So of course, the larger the monitor, the better the audience can see your slides. Then, on a large format monitor, large format CRT and gas plasma monitors can display your slides at the proper resolution. Kasi pag hindi, pangit yung effect niya. And in large amount, enough format for a sizable audience to view comfortably. So these devices are expensive and more difficult to transport than a standard monitor, but they may be the best solution for some presentation settings. Or you can also use a television screen. So using a PC to TV converter, you can connect your computer to a standard television and view the PC video output on the television monitor. Then, we can also use the digital projector. So, ito naman talaga yung gamit natin. So, portable, high-resolution digital projectors are expensive, but they can display slide to large audience. So, these projectors plug into one of the PC's port and accept the system's video output. So, new generation projectors can display the image at the same resolution as the PC monitor. So, yung mga bago ng projector ngayon, kung paano yung display mo doon sa PC, ganun na rin yung nakukuha niyang color sa output ng projector. Then, professional presenters advise that you stick to a few basic design principles. Keep it short and simple. So you should plan on each slide being on the screen for no more than 2 or 3 minutes. So if your presentation is supposed to last 20 minutes, allow for a maximum of 8 to 10 slides. So ganun lang siya kaliit or kaiksi. So each slide should focus on one unique topic and have no more than 3 to 5 bullet points. So short and simple. Wag yung ika-copy mo yung buong content ng document mo para sa yung presentation. So it should be short and simple. Then be consistent. Use the same design and color scheme, and no more than 2 or 3 font throughout the presentation. So dapat pare-pareho nga yung font eh. Ganun yung gamit ko. Yung font, yung ang title and font size, yun yung biggest. But for the next slide, for the content, I use the same font. Ina-highlight ko lang yung mga importante. For example, for the subtitle, I use a bold and italics and underline. And then for the content, it's just an ordinary, wala siyang bold, hindi siya naka-italics. But of course, it has a larger size. So it should be consistent. So that can be used all throughout to your slides. Then do not go overhead. So animation, sound effects, and hyperlinks are cool, but they get annoying quickly. So wag naman sobrang dami ng animation or sound effects. Kasi nakaka-distract sa audience. So use them only when needed for emphasis or when you want to be able to grab the viewer attention. So for the icebreaker, sana you can use sounds or you can use animation. Wag naman sa lahat na lang ng click mo may animation. So sometimes it would be better if you just use transition na lang, transition of each slides. At least yung buong laman na niya ang may animation na doon. Then of course, practice. So if you not rehearse your presentation, your audience will know you are not well prepared. So rehearse as often as necessary to get your timing right and to make sure you can narrate the slide without a hitch. So for best result, you may wish to have some colleagues review for rehearsal. So always remember that practice. Then, remember, timing is everything. So, presentation programs have a built-in timing feature. Pero wag nyo lang ilagay yun kasi baka hindi nyo masabayan yung sinasabi ninyo doon sa naka-time doon sa presentation. So, better use mouse click that you can use to determine how long your slides are going to be on the screen. So, use the timers as you rehearse. So, pwede rin naman yung you can just use the timer. Then allow for audience reaction and interaction. So if your topic is interesting and your presentation is crisp, your audience is most likely to respond. So your viewers may ask questions and even make comments. So be prepared by allowing some time for impromptu question and answer session during the presentation. But most of the time, question and answer can be done in the last part of the presentation. Okay, so this is the last part of the slide. So thank you for listening.